Well, I think it's a huge lift, Steve. I'll tell you, it tells you, we've been through this the last couple of years. You got to be resilient. You just got to play 9 innings and go up and put good at bats on. I mean, Ziegler's as tough as there is to face, and they just put good at bats on. Didn't try to do too much. Worked the middle of the field as you saw. Very, very impressed by the way they went about things.
What impresses you the most about what you keep seeing out of T.J. Rivera when he gets an opportunity? Well,
he's dangerous. He swings the bat. He's aggressive. Is it kind of against some of the stuff? Yeah, but that's who he is. And he's had success. And the one thing, his whole approach is, if I get a pitch in the strike zone, I can handle it. And he's shown that at this level that he's able to do that.
Rich.
What did you see from Flores against the right hand? It's particularly the Ziegler at bat. It's 0-2, and that's where Ziegler's his toughest against right-handed hitters, and he kind of got that ball out to right field. Can you talk about Wilmer and what he can potentially do against right-handed hitters?
Well, Rich, you got to feel for Wilmer. He's been put in a tough situation, and I'm the guy who put him there a year ago because, before last year, he did damage against right-handed pitching. Last year, we put him in situations where he had to hit lefties, and he did a tremendous job. Coming into tonight, 1 for 23 against right-handed pitchers. And I think he just didn't try to do too much. Look, I'm just going to, let the ball get deep and take a base hit and not try to do too much with any pitch. And he did it with Ziegler and then drew the walk-off Barraclough, who, came in and made great pitches to the other guys. And, Flo's, again, he's one of those kind of guys. If he probably got more ABs against righties, I think he'd hit him because I think his bat's, has got a high ceiling to it.
JP.
Terry, I know there was one of the hits was a C&I hit, but with Rafi, was it the command again? It just seemed like he had to work so hard to get even those innings.
JP, again, when he just, he gets behind. He fouled some pitches off. He had a very high pitch count again tonight. Again, when he mixes them up and he keeps the ball in the zone, I'll tell you one of the things that I see when the ball's close to the strike zone, they don't swing at it. And I'm just wondering if he's, maybe tipping his pitches or something because they're just laying off some balls from the side. They look like pretty good pitches. So I'm going to have Dan take a look tomorrow, but he's got enough ability to pitch here. He's just got to be able to command his stuff better.
Zach,
on Rivera, you said TJ. You said he kind of doesn't do some of that stuff. You mean could you kind of?
He's not a big walk guy, Zach. Right. I mean, he doesn't draw walks. He hits, and when you look at his numbers in the minor leagues, his on base 370, but he hits 350. So he's not a big walk kind of guy. He swings the bat, and that's who he is. And so he's dangerous because he knows he has the ability to put the barrel on the ball. Any place he's ever played, that's one of the things you hear about him. Look, he just hits the ball in the barrel, and when you do that, you can do damage.
I'm on Terrell. Do you expect him to make the start next time around, or is it too early?
Well, Zach, I got to tell you, if it's not him, I don't know who it'll be. Absolutely, I have no idea. We made a move to send Gil Martin down to have him come up and pitch, and unless there's another injury, we can't call Gil Martin back for 10 days. So I don't know who else would fill that spot. So we got to try to get him ready.
Roger.
Terry, you lose an important player for your offense in Cespedes, and yet the team responds with this huge offensive surge. It's like 8 games in a row or something. Is there cause and effect between those two things?
Maybe. Somebody asked me the other day in Atlanta, do you think guys have stepped up with Cespedes not in the lineup? And the answer is yes, I do. I do believe once when you're struggling, a lot of times you try to put too much heat on yourself. Hey, look, I got to be the guy. But when Cess left, I think that, hey, look, and Jay Bruce has been the number one guy that has really carried. We've moved him up, and he's carried a lot of the load. But Grandy's starting to swing better. Jose's starting to swing better. And the kid leading off has done a tremendous job of leading off and producing runs. So I think guys have just started to say, look, we all got to chip in here, and they're doing that.